I'm currently 19, and I'm currently talking to a woman that I intend on dating in the near future. The purpose of this video, by the way, guys, is to showcase two classic mistakes that men made that we should really stop making it, if we're being honest. He goes on to say, my only goal is to meet a woman that I can spend the rest of my life with. I'm going to say that again. My only goal in his life right now at 19 is to meet a woman that I can spend the rest of my life with. I gotta take a deep breath on that one. I want us both to be happy, and I don't want to be used like I have in the past. I'm currently a correctional officer in the state of Idaho. I don't live on my own, but I'm planning on buying a home soon. I'm extremely independent and have an alpha personality. He's extremely independent, but he lives at home with his parents. The next thing that he says, which is the second point, the first was his only goal. The second one, and I'll read it twice again so you hear it. All I want is a good, healthy, steady relationship that I can continue to be myself. Again, his second mistake, the myself statement. I just want to be myself. And I'll talk about why in a minute. Anyway, while also showing proper amount of affection and time to whoever I marry, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your help. I enjoy your videos. Okay, let's get a move on. Oh, yeah. We'll turn off you have to push all kinds of buttons before you get going. Turn off the auto start stop, which is annoying. Active on, we're good. And quick shoulder check, let's go. All right, so the two areas here that he really screwed up on, they're problematic for a lot of guys, and they often make this mistake. It's like, I'm looking for the one that I'll be with for my entire life and nobody else, and that'll be it. And if you're wondering why I'm not flying around this roundabout right now, it's only 4 degrees out and my tires are freezing cold. But anyway, so let me put it to you this way. Imagine you go to the grocery store to go collect your produce, and there's a display stand for your apples. And you go there and there's just one apple in that display stand. Normally you've got hundreds, maybe, thousands. I don't know how big they pile them up now, but you get the point. If you're just going to get your produce and you have the option of one apple, doesn't matter if it's fresh, rotten, ripe, still green, it's all that you have to choose from. And you can't make an informed decision that that is the only and the best apple for you. Now, just because it's the only one there, doesn't mean there's other stores that don't have apples, but generally speaking, when you go to the store and you go shopping for produce, you're looking at a number of different options, right? You're picking up a few apples, you're rolling them around, you're looking for the better ones that aren't rotten, that are in good shape. That's exactly what I'm talking about here, and why it's so important for guys not to make this mistake of limiting their beliefs to just one woman for their entire life, and they can just be themselves. Those things don't work. Most guys, though, and I'm being honest with you because I've been doing this for a few years and I've talked to a lot of men now, most men out there subscribe to those beliefs. And it's usually the more uninitiated, more plugged in men that are still, subscribed to blue pill lies that will talk about these things. I'd bet the farm this guy hasn't read my book. I have a book on Amazon that all men should read. It's called The Unplugged Alpha. It's become a bestseller. You can get it in Kindle, Audible, and print. Link is pinned in the top description, or just go to Amazon and search for it. Again, The Unplugged Alpha. All men need to read this book so they don't go making choices that could potentially screw up their lives. So this 19-year-old kid, his only goal in life is find one woman, marry her, and hope that she never leaves. And that's a horrible plan. That is the worst plan that you can have as a guy that I've seen many, many men subscribe to, and it just doesn't work. It gets them really bad results and causes a lot of problems for you. You've not dated around, you've not spun plates, and all that really means is dating several women non-monogamously, simultaneously. And if your end goal is marriage, which is fine, I don't subscribe to it. It's too hostile for men. I talk about why in my book. There's an entire chapter that's dedicated towards the hostility towards men in marriage. So it's explained there. I'm not going to get into it in this video. But if that is your goal and that's what you want to do, fine. But at least don't go to the grocery store with the one apple on the shelf and buy that one apple. Go to another grocery store that's got more apples. Come back when they've restocked the produce and they've got a whole stack of apples that you can choose from. That's what you need to do as a guy. you need to have some contrast in your life and have some options. And the best way for you to have the contrast and the options, spin plates, meaning dating more than one woman simultaneously so the cream rises to the top. And number two, don't subscribe to the soulmate myth where you think there's just one good woman for me and that'll be it. Because if I do the right thing and just be myself, that was the second part, if I just be myself, why would she ever leave me? And I can tell you right now, hundreds, I'm not even talking dozens, I'm talking hundreds of guys that I've talked to that just thought if they were just themselves or just a good guy, that she would just stick around. Because you sign up for till death do us part and sickness and health and richer and poorer and blah, 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 all that stuff, it doesn't work in the long run. Because why, gentlemen that have been watching my channel for a while, women are solipsistic and they're hypergamous. And all that means is they have difficulty seeing past their own nose, which is okay. It's not a bug of women, it's just what they are. It's a feature of their firmware. And they're hypergamous, which all that means is they're always looking for the best option. So you better be her best option for your entire life if that's what you're looking to sign up for. Always chase excellence and put that ahead, a purpose in your life, and put that ahead of your woman. Your mission, your life, your purpose needs to be your goal, not girls, not your wife, not your girl, whatever. She can complement your life. She can come along for the ride and, you know, add some value to it. But at the end of the day, that's not what you're there for. You're here on this planet to chase a purpose. Now, the other thing that I'm going to caution this young gentleman to before I wrap up, and I think we should probably put our foot down here because I see that we have some green in the tires. Let's see what we get. Yeah, no traction. The other thing that I want to caution this guy to is, as a man, it is incumbent upon you to chase excellence in your life and become the best version of yourself. And I don't know that that's going to be enough for most of today's modern women. Most guys that I've talked to have discovered the hard way that it's not. It was good enough for our grandfathers when they came back from the Second World War, or your great-grandfather, depending on how old you are, and all they had to do was have a factory job, basic factory job that had a pension and, you know, paid enough that they could take care of a house for the 3.1 kids and the white picket fence and the white fluffy doggy. That's not good enough for most women today. And I don't know that a correctional officer's position with the mindset that you have is going to keep you in a safe place. Red pill is going to help out. Unplugging from comfort and lies is going to help out. But I'd encourage you to, from the grand scheme of things, think bigger. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.